Meditations, one of the greatest books in human history, a book penned by a very powerful and wise man, Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, for those unfamiliar, held the highest seat of power in the ancient world as the Roman emperor from 161 to 180. Yet, he was not just a ruler, but a philosopher, a thinker, a student of life. His contribution to the Stoic philosophy, a school of thought advocating the endurance of hardship without complaint, is monumental. His book, Meditations, is not just a book, it's a mirror into his mind, a collection of his personal writings, his reflections, his thoughts. It is a beacon of wisdom that has guided countless individuals through the ages. It's a manual for living, a guide to finding peace in a turbulent world, a masterclass in resilience and virtue. Now let's delve into the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius with 7 pieces of advice from his book, Meditations. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." In the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a simple yet profound truth, the concept of control. It's a theme that reverberates through the ages, as relevant today as it was in the time of Marcus Aurelius. The idea is straightforward, but in practice it can be one of the most challenging aspects of Stoicism to embrace. So what does it mean to accept what we cannot control? To put it simply, it's about understanding the boundaries of our influence. The weather, the traffic, the opinions of others, these are all things that we can't control. We can't stop the rain from falling. We can't clear a roadway with a wave of our hand, and we can't change a person's mind by sheer will. And yet how often do we find ourselves frustrated, angry, or stressed about these very things? Marcus Aurelius urges us to realize that our power lies not in controlling these external events, but in controlling our own minds. It's about how we respond to the world around us. This doesn't mean we become passive spectators of our own lives. Instead, we focus our energy on the areas where we can make a difference. Our actions, our attitudes, and our reactions. When we spend our time worrying about things we can't control, we are wasting our most precious resource, our time. We are letting ourselves be ruled by anxiety and fear instead of taking charge and focusing on what we can do. By accepting what we cannot control, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress. We find strength in our ability to adapt, to persevere, and to maintain our tranquility in the face of adversity. This isn't about giving up, but about empowering ourselves. It's about finding peace in the acceptance of life's unpredictability. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that the path to inner strength lies not in futile attempts to control the uncontrollable, but in mastering our own minds. The world around us may be in constant flux, but we hold the reins of our thoughts and responses. Accepting what we cannot control is the first step towards inner strength. In his wisdom, Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason, which today arm you against the present." A profound reminder of the power that lies in the present moment. The here and now is where life happens. It's where we make decisions, where we experience joy, sadness, and a myriad of other emotions. It's the canvas upon which we paint the masterpiece of our lives. Dwelling on the past can lead to regret, while worrying about the future often results in anxiety. Both rob us of the tranquility found in the present moment. By engaging fully in the now, we arm ourselves with the weapons of reason, as Aurelius puts it. We become better equipped to handle whatever comes our way, harness the power of the present, live each moment fully, and let tomorrow worry about itself. Remember, the present moment is all we truly have. Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This powerful statement encapsulates the essence of perception and its role in shaping our reality. Our thoughts, our beliefs, our attitudes, they all act like a lens through which we view our existence. Think of it this way, when we perceive a situation as a challenge, it becomes an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become stronger. On the other hand, if we perceive the same situation as a threat, it becomes a source of stress, fear, and anxiety. The situation hasn't changed, but our perception of it has, and that changes everything. So how can we use this knowledge to our advantage? By consciously choosing our thoughts, by actively shaping our perceptions, we can create a reality that is more aligned with our desires, our values, and our goals. We can turn obstacles into opportunities, and hardships into lessons. Life is indeed what our thoughts make it. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This wisdom, as relevant today as it was nearly 2,000 years ago, encourages us to find contentment in what we already possess. In an age where consumerism often dictates our desires, we find ourselves in an endless cycle of wanting more. New gadgets, bigger houses, faster cars, more money. But as Marcus Aurelius reminds us, these material possessions are not the key to a happy life. The key is within us, in our way of thinking and our perception of the world around us. Consider this. Have you ever noticed that the more you have, the more you want? It's a cycle that's hard to break, but when we shift our focus from what we lack to what we already have, a remarkable transformation begins to take place. We start to appreciate the abundance in our lives, and this sense of gratitude leads to a greater sense of happiness and fulfillment. This is not to say that ambition or the desire for improvement are wrong. On the contrary, they are essential for growth and progress. However, the issue arises when our pursuit of more becomes a never-ending chase, leaving us perpetually unsatisfied. Marcus Aurelius taught us that a happy life doesn't require much. It's all about perspective. Instead of focusing on acquiring more, we should strive to appreciate and make the most of what we have. This shift in mindset can lead to a more satisfying, tranquil existence. Remember, contentment is not about complacency. It's about finding peace in the present moment and appreciating what we have, while still pursuing our goals with passion and persistence. It's about understanding that, while our circumstances might change, our happiness need not be tied to them. It's about realizing that the most valuable things in life aren't things at all, but the relationships we build, the experiences we gather, and the wisdom we acquire. So, let's take a page from Marcus Aurelius's book. Let's strive to be content with what we have, to appreciate the simple things, to embrace gratitude, and to cultivate a mindset of abundance. Because, as Marcus Aurelius said, very little is needed to make a happy life. Happiness truly comes from within. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." These sage words resonate across the centuries, reminding us that change is an integral part of existence. It is not just inevitable, it is the very fabric of the cosmos, woven into the universe's grand tapestry. We, as part of this vast universe, are no exception to this rule. Our lives are in a constant state of flux, shaped and reshaped by the thoughts we harbor. Every moment of every day brings with it the potential for change, and it is our perception and acceptance of this change that determines our personal growth. Resistance to change, on the other hand, is a futile endeavor, a battle against the natural order of things. It breeds discontent, anguish and suffering, trapping us in a cycle of stagnation. Marcus Aurelius urges us to embrace change, to ride its waves rather than fight against them. Change is the only constant in the universe. Wrapping up, we've explored 7 pieces of advice from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. Let's take a moment to reflect on these pearls of wisdom. First, we learn to accept what we cannot control. Aurelius emphasized that our energy is best spent on what's within our power, rather than on things beyond our control. A lesson that is as relevant today as it was in the 2nd century. Second, we are reminded to live in the present. Aurelius believed that dwelling on the past and worrying about the future only leads to distress. By focusing on the here and now, we can lead a more peaceful life. Third, we delved into the idea that our perception shapes our reality. Aurelius taught us that our thoughts and beliefs have a profound impact on our experiences. This implies that by changing our mindset, we can change our lives. Fourth, we discussed the importance of being content with what we have. Aurelius warned us against the pursuit of material wealth and instead encouraged us to find satisfaction in the simple things in life. Fifth, we pondered on the principle of accepting change. Aurelius held that change is the natural order of things. By embracing change, we can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Each of these lessons from Meditations holds the potential to spark personal growth and lead to a more fulfilled life. They challenge us to examine our beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors, and to strive for wisdom and virtue. In essence, Aurelius's advice is about cultivating inner strength and tranquility, regardless of external circumstances. It's about living with intention, integrity, and respect for the unfolding rhythm of life. So, as we conclude, remember, these teachings aren't meant to be merely read or heard. They're meant to be lived, to be embodied in our everyday actions and decisions. What's your favorite Stoic quote? Write it in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can keep in touch with me on social media as well, where I post more content like this. Links are in this video description. Until next time, stay positive, stay stoic,